Hey, what's up everyone? It's Ben with Epic Guitar Instruction. Thanks for checking out this lesson today. We're going to do a song lesson on the Van Morrison tune, Into the Mystic. One of my favorite Van Morrison tunes, and we're just going to take an overall approach at some goodies, some different parts from all the instruments of the tune, and we're going to have a lot of fun doing it. So let's jump in and check out some of our parts here, Into the Mystic. So let's start out by just establishing a bass groove that we can start feeling the tune with. And what we're going to do is look at a couple of different ways to play an E flat chord. Here, like this as a C shape. So if you think about making a C pattern by using your first finger to bar the other strings. So that's one option for voicing our E flat. And a second option is going to be up here using like an A form. And this is 6th fret, 8th fret, barring with the ring finger. So you want to grab one of those two chords, and we're going to borrow a little bit of the riff from the bass line to kind of help set up a groove here. I'm going to play the chord, accent on beat 2, 1, 2, and then play the bass line. And that's how I'm going to get into the tune, get into this feel. And you can see there either E flat chord will work just fine. And so to touch on that bass line a little bit, I'm just grabbing the 6th string here, 6th fret and 8th fret, and I'm going to palm mute just a little bit, kind of give it that flat wound, muted soul bass kind of feel. And I'm going to hammer into the 8th fret. I like the sound of that. You can do either one. And so I'm just picking and hammering on, and then back to the 6th fret. And so I'm going back and forth from chording to the bass line. And that really kind of gets us going with a groove, right? Once you get that feel happening, you can bring a little bit more rhythm into it if you like. Another thing you can do is bring that little bass riff up an octave and just play it here at the, you can just play it here at the 8th fret and 10th fret, and it's the same notes, so it works out. And so I point this out because the majority of the verse of the song is happening and you're just vamping on this chord. So when you're playing the tune, I think it's really helpful to kind of get a good foundation to build on there. Now, once you have that, there's all kinds of great little electric guitar goodies and fills. These sorts of things that kind of bob and weave in and out of the tune. And it's more, I think, just about getting in the spirit of these things here. So a couple of examples. This is all just kind of based off of this E flat chord here, but I'm just grabbing the top 3 notes of that shape. So there's your E flat triad. So there's your E flat triad. And what I'm doing here is I'm playing those 3 notes, but I might extend and do a sus4 thing here. And there with my picking hand, I'm just playing string 3 and then plucking 2 and 1 with my fingers. So I get that nice back and forth there. And then I can slide back into shape. And in that example, I'm just moving the inside note. I'm just holding the other ones while I do that. Or another example, maybe start barring here at the 6th fret and do that back and forth idea. And just hammer on with the pinky back into the 8th fret. So these sort of things go in between the groove that we set up, right? Now, when we're ready to make a chord change, we've set up and established that groove. Our second chord that we see in the tune is just a B flat chord. And here we're using a bar form, starting at the 6th fret. But visualizing off of this shape, we have more little fill goodies here. Okay, so I'm thinking this chord, but I'm filling starting at the 10th fret of strings 1 and 3, sliding to the 8th fret of 1 and 3, and landing on the 6th and 7th fret of strings 1 and 3. That landing spot is inside of this chord, meaning that those two notes are played when you strum the whole chord. And then you're back to your main groove. So the next change that happens is to a G minor chord. And this is just at the 3rd fret, barring across. No middle finger here to make the minor shape. Then we go to A flat, which is our major shape here, up a half step. And then back to E flat. Now we're going to do that same run again. G minor, A flat, but this time we go to B flat. And that gives you the outline of the progression. And inside of that, again, we can find all sorts of fun stuff to fill in. Now to the change. Again, some of these classic Van Morrison double stops. We're starting here, 3rd fret of strings 1 and 3, 5th fret, same strings, and then 6 and 7, same strings. This is all happening over the G minor chord. Back to E flat. Now this is kind of the high point of the progression. We're building here in intensity. You have the guitar playing some more of these things. So we're working these double stops through the progression. And then we come out of it back to our main groove. Hey, if you guys would like a free video lesson on blues rock soloing skills and concepts, and a free ebook that goes with the lesson, we want to give that to you for free. It's a really good lesson. It's a good resource to go to when you're feeling stuck and you want to push yourself and try some new things. We have so much great content that you can check out to kind of get you out of that rut, get you playing some new things, and inspire you to take that playing up a notch. All you have to do is click on the link that you see below. We'll send you the free video lesson and the free ebook from Epic Guitar Instruction. And so that's what we're doing for the majority of the tune. We're cycling through that chord progression. And that kind of gives you a nice framework to work within. You're doing a little bit of the rhythm guitar, a little bit of the bass, and a little bit of the lead electric stuff, kind of just throwing it all together, and it works really well, I think. Now, there's a great horn line, too, that I wanted to show from this tune. Nice harmonized thing, and let's take you through it here. So here's what we have. So what we're doing here is just looking at a 2-note line, and I'm starting here at the 8th fret of strings 2 and 3. I'm going to pop that once. Now the lower note's going to come down a half step. So that's 7th fret now and 8th fret. And now what we're going to do next is I'm going to hold down the 3rd fret at the 3rd string and the 4th fret at the 2nd string. And what I want to do is play this and then hammer on to the 5th fret and then pull back off and then pull off again. So that's a good move to get down there. Okay, so up to this point. So that's all strings 2 and 3. The next piece that I'm going to grab here is the 6th fret of my 5th string. So that's an E flat note. This is all happening over the E flat chord. And it's okay to let that stuff ring out. You know, let those notes ring out. I think that's kind of nice. We're going to end this phrase by, you'll notice I'm leaving my middle finger here the whole time too. We're going to end this phrase by playing strings 2 and 4. And I'm going to hammer on from the 4th fret to the 5th on the 4th string. So that's kind of like the icing on the cake there. Now the next piece of this is kind of where it switches to the B flat chord. There's a little 4-note run that leads us up. So that is starting from the 4th string, the 5th fret, 3rd fret, 5th fret, and then 4th fret here. It's like quick succession of notes. Ba-da-da-da. And then we grab the 3rd fret at strings 2 and 4. So that's kind of a good move to get down. Now the last move is a little goofy, but it sounds cool when you get it all together. They have the horns harmonizing in 7ths here. Really cool sound. So you have the 6th fret of the 5th string, and then you have the 7th fret of the 3rd string. Together, when you just let it sit, it sounds a little weird, but what we're going to do with this is slide it right away. Double 5th fret, double 3rd fret, then double 1st fret. So the way that I like to do that is to play it only once and just let it continue to ring while I slide it. Okay. And then that loops back around again with the main horn theme. So there we have a few parts from the Van Morrison tune, Into the Mystic. lot of fun. It's a good arrangement, and I thought it might be kind of fun to take a look at some of the different things that are happening in that tune. I want to say thanks for checking out the lesson. We are Epic Guitar Instruction, and we do appreciate you guys checking out our lessons so much. Please give us a thumbs up if you like it. Leave us a comment below, and be sure to hit subscribe so we can let you know each time we bring new lessons to the channel. And yeah, thanks so much. Once again, Ben for Epic Guitar Instruction, and I'll see you guys next time. And what I'm going to do is kind of get into the tune in this fashion. I'm making sure I have a strong signal from my cable to my amp.
There you go.
Pro tip, kids. Make sure your cable is all the way into the guitar. Ebook that you can use that coincides with the lab.
Nice.
Yeah.